Alrighty. So welcome back. Stupid hair. Sorry. Hello. Welcome. It's been, what is today? 17th, 16 days since I last streamed. Sorry about that. Got that initial week was just, let's just say that I'm streaming early now, so that way we can avoid that kind of problem in the future. Don't know about tomorrow, but if I plan correctly, I might be able to do one on Thursday or even Friday. Don't get your hopes up, but that's roughly what it's looking like so far. Hello, Hartza. Well, that was one message that came in before I was able to say get to the chat. But today we will be completing our four endings. It's insane. We've completed Clover's, then Tenmyoji's, then K's. We'll be completing the fourth ending, the one that's in the third position. It's going to be wild, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be fantastic. And here's the pantry theme. So welcome to the pantry, a room I was able to solve while sick. Now I have to remember. Oh, jeez. I'm going to just use the W and the Q and W keys for so long. There are two cabinets against the back wall. This is the left one. It has a sliding door, but I can't open it. Can we? Oh, we can't. Put it in the corner. It's like hard to get to. Then let's open it. Okay, here's our file. No. You find a nutritional management chart and nutritional balance chart. You can review them in the archives. Yep, so... Alright. So now, instead of doing that, I'm going to be reading these instructions out. What do I want to check? Oh, right. There's my microphone. Just making sure everything's good, running, and not broken. The Nonary game. It's a deadly game that 9 people have been forced to play. Its official name is Nonary Game Ambidex Edition. As part of the Nonary game, the participants must also play the Ambidex game, or AB game. This is the secret file we found back in the lounge. I forgot to read it in the past 2 streams, so we're reading it now, as well as the recreation room. What is the purpose of the Nonary game? To escape by walking through the door marked with a number 9. How do you open the number 9 door? You have to earn at least 9 BP. How do you earn BP? Go to the AB room and play the AB game. How do you enter the AB room? Next, go to the AB gate. Next to the AB gate is a card reader. Just Slide the designated card key into it and the door will open. Where are these card keys? Behind the chromatic doors, or the CDs. Most of this is actually going to be stuff we kind of already know. Except for this one. This one's going to be, new. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened the door, you can hop through it as many times as you like. I'm not going to reread that again. In addition to a number, each bracelet will either say solo or pair. Each color will have 3 bracelets, 1 solo and 2 pairs. The 2 people who have the same color pair bracelets will share the same fate and must vote together as one. This refers to bracelet points. The number of BP you have will be displayed on your bracelet. If your BP is greater than 9, you can open the number 9 door and escape. However, if your BP drops below 0, then the needles built into the bracelet will activate. This door is found in the warehouse on floor A. Anyone with 9 or more BP can open the door and escape the nonary game. So in a sense, this door could be considered the ultimate goal of the participants. Once the number 9 door closes after someone with 9 BP opens it, there's no way to open it again. During his explanation, Zero the Third said, "The number 9 door carrot stay open more than 9 seconds." This is not strictly correct, however. The time period Zero the Third is referring to is the time when the door is fully open. That means that if one takes into account the time when the door is opening and when it's closing, it is open for somewhat more than 9 seconds. At certain times, the sun, earth, and moon align in such a way that the moon is completely within Earth's shadow. This causes the moon to appear reddish brown in color as light off the sun passes through the Earth's atmosphere and reflects it off the moon's surface. Incidentally, the game refers to a lunar eclipse on which refers to a lunar eclipse on New Year's Eve in 2028, which is, or rather will be, an actual event. If I told you that Zero the Third was a rabbit, would that answer your question? I can go back and show you the other thing. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you open the door, you can hop through it as many times as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I carrot. There's carrot. Warrant. That's another one. I thought there was one more. It's an actual event. It'll be visible only in the Eastern Hemisphere here at 4:52 UT. So that'd be interesting. We'll find out if that's actually true. I believe it's predicted to be, because with the whole fact that you can path out how the Earth and Moon rotate around the Sun, it's pretty easy to tell when a lunar eclipse will actually happen. We already know about that. Alright, to the next one. Wound number 1. 4th intercostal left between the 4th and 5th rib on the upper left chest. Stab wound. A stab caused by a knife or other sharp object. Wound margin. Clean, continuous. The wound margins are consistent with a stab wound. Wound angles. One sharp, one blunt. This is consistent with the knife wound. Most knives have one sharp cutting edge, and one flat edge, which would produce this wound profile. That is true. A fair amount of knives, you have one sharp edge for the cutting, and one so you can kind of use pressure if need be. And it makes it less dangerous to handle. Of course, that doesn't stop like swords from being sharp on two hands, but that's why you have a hilt. And you need to be able to swing a sword back and forth because that's what they're built for. They're built for an actual weapon, whereas a knife, not so much. It still can be. Wound cavity. The depth of the wound, frequently this will match the length of the blade used. Truth. The only way that it won't be is if the wound cavity just goes through the entire person. Because then the wound cavity is like the size of the person, I think. Wound length. The length, long ways. So like if you pulled out the knife, you'll notice that it's quite rectangular from the sharp side to the blunt side. That's the length of the wound. The width is pretty much the two sides next to it. Yep, the length longwise of the wound left of the epidermis. Usually this corresponds to the height of the blade. Wound width, blunt angle. The width of the blunt angle of the wound. Usually this corresponds roughly to the width of the knife blade, allowing for elasticity of the skin. Not to be confused with a coroner. A coroner is a government official who assists law enforcement by investigating the causes of death and dealing with the paperwork and logistics surrounding corpses. It can also be used colloquially to refer to someone who performs these duties, whether or not they are actually employed by the government. An autopsy is a post-mortem surgery that examines a body in detail to determine the cause of death and evaluate any disease or injury that might be present. It is also super gross. Luminol is an organic compound with the chemical formula C8H7N3O2. That is carbonate, hydrogen 7, nitrogen 3, and oxygen 2. Or, oh geez, because you have octocarbonate, which is an octocarbonate. There's trinitrate and dioxide. Usually, if you're finding an organic compound, you usually look at the carbon and look at the long carbon string. And there's two ways to determine what kind of name you add onto it. One of them is the amount of carbons you have. I can't remember what one was, but I think 2 was an EN, so things like ethanol. There's propane, which is more like 3. It's not just carbon, I think. I don't know. 4 is tetra, and so on and so forth. It might be ethane for 1. Because you have methane. I don't know. It was what, about 4 or 5? Let's see, 9. Let's see, it was 10th, 11th, 12th. It's been about 5 years since I remember learning any of this crap. God. Anyway, when mixed with hydroxide salt, and hydrogen peroxide. I don't know how many that is. Unless it's water, which I don't think it would be. Peroxide could be one. This has. Why am I overthinking this? This is not important. It will glow blue when it comes in contact with blood and certain other substances. True. Yeah, blood contains hydroxide, salt, and hydrogen peroxide. That's why it reacts. I think it's hydrogen and an oxygen, and the oxygen has other molecules attached to it. I think that's what hydrogen peroxide. Because the hydrogen atom can still contain one other atom. That's why water is two hydrogens and an oxygen. So the oxygen could contain something like... It's not beryllium, that's a 3. Well, it could be beryllium. No. It'd have to either be another hydrogen, or it would likely want... Well, it could be any that has one extra atom, or one that wants one, I believe. So it could be something like fluorine. Fluorine is the element itself. It's the one that follows oxygen and is before neon. This property has made it a useful tool in criminal investigations, where it can reveal blood stains that have been cleaned up. True, because blood gets sticky, so you can't completely get rid of it. You can get rid of enough of it where, at the naked eye level, it's hard or even impossible. Keep this in mind the next time you're contemplating how to deal with the neighbor listening to death metal at 3 in the morning. Wow. Okay. At first glance, Kay's bracelet seems different from the others. Specifically, it appears to be attached to his suit. Although the design is slightly different, it is not part of his suit. The bracelet is attached directly to his waist, with the face looking out towards the whole of his armor. Just like the other bracelets, it will only come off once he escapes, or when his heart stops beating. A memory condition where the sufferer retains knowledge such as language, social common sense, and so on, but memories of their own past and personality disappear. It's usually psychological. Its cause is usually psychological, but in rare cases, it can be caused by serious head trauma. Kay suggested that an extremely painful breakup might have been the cause of his condition, but generalized amnesia usually requires a more powerful trigger than breaking up with someone. In fact, a painful breakup often has the opposite set effect. You want desperately to forget it, but find that to be impossible, which leads to all sorts of other mental disorders, or so the person sitting behind me says. And there you go. Now back into our puzzle, where we have... what have we found? Ah, yes, these. That's right. pick these up. We are supposed to pull something out of them. I want these, though. Okay, so I'm supposed to just write them down. So you have 113. Nope, not 1. 327. 5, 7, 30. Pardon me. Oh. And 11. Back 9 years ago, 8 was the. If you don't count the freaking 2 that's in the way, that was the last binary year. If you say 11. It was also one of the best years because you don't count the 20. You can literally say 11, and you don't have to specify what order. Because everyone will think November 11th of 2011. Now, of course, if you add the 2 and 0, then it doesn't work. Sad. I know. I was in art class when the assistant teacher, not the main teacher, we had an assistant teacher at the time, pointed that out. Now, Clover obviously gave us a very big clue about the colors. So, we're going to want to pull them. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know if it's simple. I mean, it is if you're able to have like a piece of paper out. Not even including a calculator. Most people, if you give them a piece of paper, they could easily figure it out. Because what did she say? It was 14. She said 14 times 28. So there are a few ways you can do it. What I would like, we're also going to need to keep the 26 over here. What I like to do is just do this. 14 times 30, which equals, well, 14 times 3 is 42, so you get that. Then you need to subtract the 2 extra, so that's 28 you're adding on. Adding these two together will get you a grand total of 54. So you take 420. Do not stop. Please don't. Do not joke. You do 6. Oops, I did that wrong. That's supposed to actually be 10. You're supposed to cross that out, put a 1. Cross that out, you get 3 and 11. So you get 6 and 3. Boom, there you go. That's usually my rule of thumb, is if you can ever get it to a 5 or a 10, always do that. And then just multiply your original number by how much you moved it. If you lowered the number, so let me just quickly erase all this stuff because this is going to be in the way. I could use the trash tool, but I don't want to. So let's say, for example, that we do let's say we decide to do. I tend not to like 5 as much, unless you really know what you're doing. Actually, I will do 5 for this once, because it's a 25. And 25 is actually a really nice number, because every 4 goes into 100. It's simple and easy. So what I would do here is convert it into 14 times 25. 5. And just remember that you have to add 14 back later. Here. So here you would get, what, 400... yeah, because that's 12, 13, 14, so that'd be 450. That... Yes. No, that can't be right. Hold on. I did something wrong here. 1, 2, 3. It's 350. And then you just add the 14, not 44, 14, and boom, it would get you 364. There you go. And always, if you have like 2 ridiculous numbers, like I can't do a 1. I can't do a 1. Always just break it down. Just always break it down if you can, if you need to. For that instance, I'd probably turn the 400 into a 500. And just leave the 11 multiplier missing for later. But anyway, that's beside the point. Oh, right. I know what I'm looking for. It's the... Yeah, here's the calendar. The day the man was abducted. Okay. I know what I'm supposed to do, but we'll come back to that later. Let's quickly go over here. So you want to press those red buttons to stop, to unlock it. Yep. And then we'll pull it. Pull it, please. Oh, right. Boom, boom. There we go. Now, pull it. Or push it. Go around the other side anyway. And here we have a pH test and a binder. Let's take the binder first, even though that's not what I clicked on, Sigma. Stop. pH test. Now, well, I can't share the exact specifics. A pH test is to figure out how acidic something is. With there being a scale of 1 to 14, with 7 being normal, 1 being more acidic, and 14 being more basic. Now, just because something's basic does not mean you ingest it. Let me make that clear right now. If something is near 1 or 14, you want to keep them away from you. General rule. 95% of the time, true. You don't want to ingest it. You don't want it to get in your eyes, in your nose, anywhere like that. They'll start doing damage. Water is the most basic at 7, and you can get kind of close to some of the other things. Some roughly things kind of fall between what, about a 8.5, 9 to about a 5 to 6. That's roughly how most people have done it. Now we have to, let me quickly deal with this. This is our safe that we can't do anything with yet. Here's our empty beaker, and there is our button part. Okay. So let's grab these. Yes, please give it to me. Combine this with whatever that is back there. That gives us a button. Okay, I know where the button goes. Oh, there goes that. Oh, great. We broke the drawer. Anyway, the button will go down here. Boop. And we have unlocked... Oh! Interesting. Yeah, we have to do something with the ice cubes. I already know how to do it. I believe there's something that... Okay. So I didn't actually think about that too well. So what you're supposed to do is you are going to get it stuck. I need to stop pressing the back button. This wasn't this hard. Why am I being so stupid? Because in order for us to get it in there, we either need to stop a block here or stop a block here. Because we need to be able to line it up and shoot it down. Yeah! Stop! You fool! That's not what I wanted. Why did that one freeze just like that? Oh, it's because it's counting a turn. Wait, why? Why? Can you, like, tell me why? This puzzle isn't this difficult. I don't know why it's giving me so much hassle now. I've had it. How did I do it? Oh, perfect. Just what I wanted. Just a giant column of ice in my way. Now it's going to freeze as soon as I do that. Yes, okay, you can slide the ice cube by clicking and dragging the arrow. The ice cube with something in it and the hole in the front. You can slide the 4 ice cubes. We each have a limit to the number of times each one can be moved. Once you reach the limit, the ice cube will freeze in place. Yes! So, that ice cube's... But see, the thing is that that ice cube has just been classified as moving twice when it's only moved once. There we go. Now we can open it and grab this. So now let me quickly pull up the HP detector document. Yeah. So here we go. So base, neutral, and acid. So 10 is purple. Then you have, so this is basic, and this is basic. Though some could argue that 8 through 6 are neutral. And then these two are definitely acidic. Beauty products. You know you're throwing acid on your face when you're trying to look beautiful? We'll need to remember this when moving on to this puzzle. So what is that thing? Just stick just Sigma, put the cup there. Just place the cup, please. Oh, so let's put it there. Perfect. So now this is just constantly just moving back and forth and figuring out what works. So with a 0, we've gotten green. We've gotten that green. Now, what does that green turn into? Well, let's check. Well, it could either be a 7 or a 6. Oh, let's check. Well, maybe we don't know. So let's just dump it down. So we can put it as 1, and that'll fill it up. We get just straight up water. That looks like a 7 to me. So I would say that that's basic. Now what you're supposed to do is you're going to be filling these containers over here. So here's our neutral. Oh, right. Nope. Can't put the water in. What you're going to do is you're going to be just throwing this on it. So here's a thing full of neutral water. So now we need to find 2 basics and an acidic. So now let's dump this water down. Actually, I failed to do something. So let's quickly correct our assumption. That doesn't look like a 7, actually. No. Shut up, Clover. No one's asking you. That's actually an 8, so I just put an 8 in something that's supposed to be neutral. So I already know what they do. Quiet you. So actually, what we want to do is, first of all, grab the neutral water and dump it. Because that's not neutral water. With an 8, that turns it into basic, so throw it in there. And with that, you can easily figure out where the rest is going to go. So, for neutral, we want 0. For acidic, we could do something like -3. And then the other basic, let's just throw it on +3. And it's just gonna put them in. You do need to put something there. I'm trying to remember what. Go and double that. Here, just to verify to see if I screwed something up. Let's check it. So we have blue. That was not a 10. That was a 9. Those looked way too different. Okay, so the acidic one I'm fine with. That one I'll throw on. I don't know which basic has the normal water though, so I have to dump both of them. Just fill yourself up with a 10. Dump you just in case if you were the neutral one. Or fill you up with a 9, sorry. There you go. And here, just to prove it, let's look at it. So we have orange is a 4, but if a 0 is a 6, then this is a -3. But what will that look like? Well, it should look more red. So let's find out. And it's red. So, sure enough, that's an acid. So we can, let me grab the neutral container, but add a +1. Apparently these people are serving acidic water. If a 0 is a 6. Yeah, don't worry, we're just trying to secretly kill you. We have an empty beaker, we have an ice cube with warm drawer. And so we are melting the ice cube. Visitor ID. Alright. The question is, where does this go again? There's nothing back there. Right, over here. Oh, jeez. That's because I don't believe we have what we need yet for that. Okay, so now I have to start remembering what's going on. So here's the first half. Here's the second half, and here's the calendar note. Another hint: the day the man was abducted. The note, the calendar note, I believe is the secret password. This was one of the rooms I was able to get the secret password just like that. Because it's really easy to figure out what it's talking about if you realize what everything else is talking about. Trying to remember how you get to these other things. Because these are important. Because those are going to be important in just a moment. Nothing. Because, okay. So you put this in here. And you get, okay. The screen is red because, yep, okay, so here we go. Contain content of acidic water vessel incorrect. Please rectify. Okay, so take that. So I'm just gonna toss this in here. And grab that. Put in the 3. So that's filled now, so just toss that in there. The problem here is that number of ration box insufficient. Acidic water vessel incorrect. Acidic water vessel? It's that thing though. I just put in a -3. How can you tell me that's not acidic? Okay, there we go. Fine. Apparently it didn't like -3. I'm gonna see what I can do over here. There's still the empty beaker. Don't know why I still need them. Oh, duh. Okay. Okay, alright. So, 113. So this is how you're supposed to get it. So 113 is... where is it? Not that. Right here. So we are looking for 113, which is right here, which looks to be E3. Yeah. So you go back, you put it 1, 2, 3, E3, check. And boop. And that's what you have to do for all of them. I just forgot how you had to grab them. But that's how you're going to get your 5 extra rations. Just punch in the code and figure it out. So 3, so we know that because since 3 is 1, 2, 3, it's actually really nice that they're broken down by month. So if you're looking for 1, 2, 3, or for, you'll be 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for 3, so we have 3. Now what other one are we looking for? We're looking for 27. Now what could 27 be? Well, we don't know. You'd have to go and check. Let's see. You have 1 right there, 2 right there, and 3 right there. It's also interesting to note that this is a leap year, which is in fact true. This calendar, I believe, is showing the 2028 calendar. So it will be a leap year in 2028. Because we'll have a leap year next year. We'll have a leap year in 4 years, so 2024, and then 2028. Right now, this is 2019. Hello, in case it's far in the distance. So this is 2019. But here we have February. So we're looking for the 27th, which is right here. So that would be a B14. Bingo? No. Let's go, and we have claimed another meal box. So our next one is 5, oh, is that 5-1 or 5-7? I think that's 5-1. Let me remove these because those aren't going to be helpful. In fact, they're just annoying. And honestly, the best way for me to do it is just to mark them all right now. So this one was B14, even though I don't need to remark it. So right now we have 5-1. That one was red, so it has to be 5-7. It has 2 blacks, 2 reds, and a blue. So here we have you have an A. This one's also going to be an A, and it was B, C, D, F, G. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A7. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 right there. So we have A7, which is another one. And then we have next one, which is 7, A6. And then we have our last one, which is, what was it? G. I should have known it was G6. And now, to figure out the puzzle, to figure out the note of, let me do it correctly, the day the man was abducted. Well, what is it referring to? Well, that's easy. That is not correct. What did I screw up? Huh, that's why I screwed up. Okay, so it's actually this right here. The day the man was abducted, aka when was Sigma abducted? That was December 25th. Moon Star. So there you go. So that's Moon Star. So there's your bonus password. One of the easier ones. You just have to realize that the man is talking about is Sigma, or you just have to randomly guess and hope it works. Because eventually you'll get it. After 361 attempts, you will eventually get it. As long as you don't duplicate anything. As long as you try new combinations at every single time, you will get it within 361 tries. Because you probably shouldn't try the 5 that have already given you something. I actually wonder what's going to happen when I was over it. Yes, it's going to give us some interesting stuff, but I can't read any of that yet. Actually, you know what? Because now it's playing the good one, so we're going to be doing it. Alright, so we have cooked food 1. Twice cooked pork. A Schwan dish is made by pan-frying pork, cabbage, bell peppers, and green onions with doubiane or Taiyan miang for flavor. God, pronunciation, please. Is paella, a Spanish dish where one cooks rice, meat, seafood, and vegetables. Did I know that was a food? And vegetables in a shallow pot, seasoned with saffron. Nasi goreng, an Indonesian dish made with pan-fried, seasoned with sambal, kicap manis, and terranzi. I think that's also stuck together. I think those are supposed to be separate. Schnitzel, a German dish. It is made by mixing together meat, flour, egg, and breadcrumbs, then frying the mixture in butter or lard. A Korean dish. The process involves stewing beef, vegetables, namul, and powdered chili peppers together very slowly. The resulting meal is very spicy. Borscht, a Russian dish. Preparation is very simple. You just do meat and vegetables together for a long time, and the finished meal is garnished with beets and sour cream. Tom Kha Gai, a Thai dish made by stewing chicken, chili peppers, ginger, and nampula in coconut milk. Very spicy. Chef's pasta. Whatever the chef feel like making. Sometimes you don't know what it is until you take a bite. Sometimes you don't even know then. 3 words he likes to say: Hemish trauma, trace, triumph, or trumpet. And then an emerging religious organization with a rapidly growing membership. Some figures claim their congregation numbers over 1 million in the country across the world. Originally, the organization called itself Free the Soul Y, but later dropped of Y to become simply Free the Soul. The founder of the religion is known only as Brother, and his true identity is a mystery. Only a small number of the highest-ranking members have ever seen him. The doctrine of Free the Soul demands that its adherents separate themselves from the world, free themselves of lust, and release their own souls from their physical bodies so that they can be purified. Its followers believe that they will be born again as a new race, and that the world will be transformed into a place of equality with no conflict or poverty. Considering how a peaceful world of equality with no conflict or poverty usually play out in movies, they seem like a scary group of people. Yeah, of course, it never works. It works until one person breaks it. And as someone has said before, if you try to make something idiot-proof, the world will make an even bigger idiot. So, someone's going to break it, and everything's going to go into chaos. Free the Soul is a powerful new religious order dedicated to establishing a new world order, and the Myrmidons are their elite frontline soldiers in that secret war. The general public knows nothing about the Myrmidons, but their actions have put them on watch lists of intelligent communities across the globe. Rumors said that all Myrmidons have the same face, suggests that they all may be clones of a single person. No one knows where this rumor comes from exactly, but I can tell you it's a very credible source. The founder of Free the Soul, although he prefers not to be referred to as such, as a child he had a younger brother whom he was very fond of. Unfortunately, the worst happened and the younger brother was murdered. Rage and despair filled Brother, and for 9 days and 9 nights he was consumed by his own misery. On the morning of the 10th day, however, he had a revelation. Mankind was rife with base desire and needed to be purified so that a new world could come into being. God had spoken to Brother and had given him a mission. Brother dedicated his life to realizing that mission, and at the age of 26 he established Free the Soul of Y. He claimed that Y is a symbol of miracles, for miracles. Bracelet number 3. Here is some information that isn't revealed in the game. The bracelet is put on the left wrist of the 9 participants in the Ambidex game. Has an important feature that's never mentioned. As soon as it's put on, the needles on the underside activate and insert itself into the wearer. That doesn't necessarily mean that it injects a drug, only that it activates and pierces skin. Maybe there's something on the needles, or maybe there isn't. All that's certain is that when someone puts on the bracelet, they get poked. But there you go. So now I have to... Do these get filed in automatically? They do. So I just have to click. And there you go. Now everything's filled. But we're not done yet. Yeah. Oh, no. You thought we're done? We aren't even close. We aren't even close. So B, A is already done, so B, C, D, and E. So in case you're wondering what we do now, we look at these two things and figure out the puzzle. So A is already complete. So here's B, here's C, here's D, and here's E. So we need 7, 9, 4, 8, 10, 9, 8, 11, 9, and then what? 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now we're gonna put red does 1, 3, 3. Blue is 1. I have to make that better. 1, 3, 2. Green is 2, 1, 0. Purple gives 3, 1, 2, and yellow gives a 1, 2, 1. So right now, each of them have whatever A has, or whatever A needs. A needs 8, 10, 8. So if I could switch out one of the objects to give... So let's look at the memo here. So with one of each, if I could maybe get rid of... I could switch the green out with the yellow, but that won't help me exactly. Let's see, B actually has the lowest requirements. With a 4 here, so that means it's going to need a few of the greens. In fact, it might use more yellows. Oh, there you go. So we need 1 more protein and 1 less fat. So with 2... Wait, for B... I only need to get rid of 1 fat, actually. So then switch the red with the blue. So I'm done with that, so I don't need to waste time on that anymore. So that one's done. So C needs, I need to lose 2 carbonate. So I need to lose 2 carbohydrates, 1 fat, and gain 1 protein. So switch the purple with the yellow. Let's see here. We need 1 less carbohydrate, and we need need 2 less fat. And voila! Room completed. And voila! Pantry completed. Sun, sun, sun. What? No, click on the safe, you fool. And voila. So we're gonna pull the map first. It's a map of Floor B. Next is the 2 key cards. And the key, the getting out of here. Oh jeez, I spent a little too much time in this room. This room's not that hard. It's just that there were some common mistakes. And then I got way too carried away with a lot of commentary. Yeah, but when you know the puzzles, this room should have easily taken me 30 minutes. Shouldn't have taken me this long. With the problem of the ice blocks, which took me a few minutes, and then me constantly getting carried away like I am now. Let's see how long it took me. Over an hour. That is true. I did do a lot of talking about those statements. That probably summed up about 15 or so of it. But voila, we are done with the pantry.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex gate.
The gate's been opened.
One of the other teams must have done it. But the rest of us aren't even back yet.
Well, we can fix that. Come on, let's get moving. Just then. Whoa. Did the two of you just get back?
But the team that opened the AB gate must have been the ones who went through the blue door.
That would be Luna, Fawn, and Dina.
Huh? Wait. You guys went through the green door, didn't you? Then why the hell did you come out of the blue one?
There's an explanation for that, I promise. Just tell me. Have any of you seen Quark?
Quark? No, we haven't seen him. Did something happen?
He's gone.
Gone?
On the other side of the green door, we found a room called the treatment center. We found our key cards and left, but on our way out, he just disappeared.
So you went through the blue door to see if he'd gone in there?
No, that's not it. Look at this map.
And then they're recapping what we did to the treatment center, the very first secondary room we went through. Oh. So you go through the green door in the treatment center, and eventually you end up at the blue door.
It looks like there's a pretty big room in the middle there. What is it?
A warehouse similar to the one on floor A.
In any event, we've spent some time searching, but have been unable to locate Quark.
That's not good. Well, maybe he went back to the other floor
That is
already.
a possibility. I will return and see.
I'm going back through the blue door. Figure I'll take a look at the area Luna and her team were searching.
I'll come with you then. We've got a better chance at finding him with 2 pairs of eyes.
Right. Thanks. Sorry about all this.
I guess there's nothing for it. I'll help look for him.
Me too.
Then we'll leave floor A to you guys.
Right. Let's go. Come on, Clover.
Right behind you.
Then Myoji and I headed through the blue door, while Alice, Clover, and Kay climbed into the elevator. Ding, ding, beep, 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 beep. And off to the pressure exchange chamber. What is this place?
It looks like a bunch of hazmat suits, probably for protection against viral or chemical agents.
So these things keep you from getting sick?
Yeah, that's the idea. We should ask Luna's group about them. They investigated this room first.
Hey, there's another room underneath.
Let's have a look then.
Damn. He's not here.
Oh, Quark, where the hell did you go? I should have kept a closer eye on it. If I'd just been watching.
Tenmyoji's face was drawn, and the knuckles of his fists were white. He was an old man, but until then I hadn't realized how old. Suddenly he looked very, very tired. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll find him. Come on, let's go try somewhere else. I put a gentle hand on his shoulder and guided him towards the exit. There's the white doors again. We've gone through one of them so far. So this is the floor B warehouse, huh? It looks just like the other one.
Very close, I'll give you that. Couple differences though.
Well, there's no AB room. There's no AB rooms, rather. The door does not have a giant 9. And there are 3 white chromatic doors. Those are at least 3 differences.
Look over there.
The doors are shining? No way! Are these chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. See over here? They've got a box next to them, just like the ones next to the other doors.
I guess they're all white doors this time. We should go tell
No, first we look for Quark.
But look, I don't think he's here. What do you say we head back to floor A for now? Maybe someone else has already found him?
All right. Let's go.
And off to floor A we go. I'm so tired. And yet I'm committed to getting this ending. Dio.
Oh, it's just you. I'm guessing you haven't found Quark? I ran into Clover and Alice in the warehouse up on floor A.
I am tired because I am going off 5 hours of sleep. I stayed up until about 2:30 at night, and then I just had to wake up at 7:30. Class today wasn't that hard. It was boring at the beginning. But in class, I was able to take this person, make it look like he's walking down a mountain while the moon is overhead, because I was too lazy to find an actual meteorite, so I just used the moon. I could have made the moon a giant flaming ball, but I decided not to. I just did a lot of weird things in that image. But that's what you can do with Photoshop. You can do a lot of weird and funky things with it. I get to enjoy the last day of games in class tomorrow, though I'm not exactly going to enjoy them because the tagline for tomorrow is "Skill is fun," and no, please. After that, we actually get to start probably getting into groups and actually designing an actual board game.
They told me about Quark and how you're all looking for him.
So he hasn't come back to the warehouse?
Nope. Maybe he just went off to ruminate on a solution to this game. Chewing his cud, so to speak.
What?
Well, that's what ruminants do, isn't it?
Hey, this is no time for jokes. You should be out there looking for him too.
Why would I do that? It sounds so boring.
Aren't you worried about him?
Why the hell would I be worried about some kid I've never even seen before?
What?
For all I know, he's Zero Senior. He could be hiding in some swank little cubbyhole, swirling a glass of brandy and gloating. Look at all those fools running around.
That's insane!
Yeah,
What, there's no way? Are you sure? Nobody knows what Zero looks like. He could totally be a kid. I warned you, Tenmyoji. I told you it was a bad idea to just swallow everything that little bastard told you.
Oh, don't worry, Dio. We know how much full of shit you are.
I trust Quark.
Suit yourself. Just don't come crying to me when it bites you in the ass.
The air grew thick with tension, but before their tempers managed to be set alight, Phi burst into the room.
Sigma. Good. You've got Tenmyoji and Dio with you.
Sorry, eating something. Well, you know what time it is? Because I know what time it is. It's time for someone to die.
We found something. Come on, all of you.
Did something happen?
Just, you'll understand when you get there, all right? Now come on.
Where are we
The
going?
crew quarters.
The crew quarters, eh? Crew quarters. Oh, it's time for two people to die.
No.
What in the world?
There was a roaring in my ear, breathing, heartbeat, but my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Luna was the same. They're dead, both of them. By then, everyone had arrived, cramming themselves into the small cabin. Nobody spoke. Silence filled the room, flowing into my ears and throat like cold, brackish water. Oh, we haven't seen death, all right. We'll see death soon. By which I mean probably in 3 more streams. Well, maybe 4 or 5 actually. I mean, this game needs death to continue. Oh, not really. A chill started its way through my body. I stood there, frozen, staring at them. I'd seen a corpse before, when we discovered the old woman. But this was different. The old woman had always been dead, at least to me. But Alice and Luna I had known. They'd been living, breathing people less than an hour ago. Reality settled around my shoulders like a thick lead blanket. My chest felt suddenly hollow. Who found them? My throat felt dry as I spoke. It was a full minute before someone answered.
Clover, I think. When Kay and I ran over, she was just kind of standing there next to the bodies. It was pretty clear they were both dead.
I think Clover killed them.
Me? Kill them?
You got into a fight with Alice after the AP game, didn't you? It looked like you two knew each other before you ended up here, so maybe you were trying to get her killed. None of us had any connection to her, which means you're the most likely to have a motive for murder. It's easy to see why she would have killed Luna, too. She probably caught you offing Alice, so you did her in too so she wouldn't rat you out.
Stop it, Dio.
The AB game is a motive too.
What do you mean?
Once someone's dead, they can't vote anymore. That means they'll automatically ally.
Yes.
If your opponent's guaranteed to ally, then that's an easy 3 points.
Who was Luna's opponent?
Me and Dio.
Then that would mean Dio had a motive as well.
Yep. Alice saw him killing Luna, so he had to shut her up.
Why the hell would I do something like that?
Pay attention next time.
Yeah.
You do it to get an advantage in the next round of the AB game.
What kind of cold-hearted bastard kills a lady for a few points?
I'm more interested in Alice's condition than in her killer's motives.
I am as well.
What do you mean by her condition?
Her clothes are barely disturbed.
If it weren't for the knife and, blood, she would look as if she was sleeping.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, maybe she was just killed while she was sleeping.
If she wanted to take a nap, why sit on the floor when there's a bed nearby?
That is a little strange. But a better question is, wouldn't she really be sleeping right now anyway? Hardly seems like a time for a nap.
True.
She was probably put to sleep then.
What? How?
Oh, come on. How did Zero Senior knock all of us out?
Oh. Yeah, that white gas.
So you're suggesting that Zero Senior knocked them out with the white gas, then killed them both?
Yeah. However it happened, one of the people in this room did it. Well, maybe not one of the people in this room. I forgot about somebody, didn't I?
Are you talking about Quark?
He disappears and then suddenly there's a murder? I don't know about you, but that seems pretty suspicious to me.
Nah, that's crazy. Quark couldn't have done this.
Alright, then why'd he disappear?
There must have been some kind of accident.
Then I might have it backwards. If he wasn't the murderer, maybe he was one of the murdered. Well, that would explain his sudden disappearance, right?
You son of a bitch.
Dio, knock it off. That's going too far.
Whoa, calm down there, big guy. Don't tell me it never crossed your mind. I just said what you were all thinking.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, let's deal with the Ambidex game.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Alright, time to head for the AV rooms, guys.
Come on, we've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, so you're gonna abstain, huh? That's some good luck for you, Clover. Sigma was paired with Alice. Sadly, it looks like she won't be able to vote during this round. If Sigma abstains, then you'll have no one voting against you. Hey, come on, cheer up. This is your chance to escape.
Escape?
It is. If she betrays him, we ally. She can escape.
That's right. Right now, your BP's at 6. Sigma's saying he won't vote, so if you choose betray...
Clover would get 3 points, bringing her to 9.
Whoa, hold on there. I didn't say anything about not
Oh, so
voting.
you are going to vote? Well, you are, right? How exciting. Sigma should have 6 BP, just like Clover. That means this next round is a one-on-one fight. If one of them can trick the other one, they'll have enough BP to get out of here. Can't wait to see who wins. Oh, this is definitely getting interesting.
Right. We should get to the Flore warehouse, guys. Come on.
All right. Hey, Clover, can you choose ally? We'll be stuck at 6 if we both choose betray. But if we both cooperate, we'll get 2 points and we'll have 8. That means it'll be pretty easy for us getting 9 in the next round. Clover?
Yeah?
I said I want you to choose ally.
Okay. You'll choose ally too.
Of course. She gave me a strange sort of absent nod and then turned to shuffle into the closest AV room. I wasn't sure if she actually understood me, but given the effect that Alice's death was having on her, I didn't think there was much else I could have done. I was preparing to enter an AV room, my own, when I heard Phi's voice at my elbow and turned.
Sigma, we need to talk.
Oh, hey, Phi. Something up?
How are you planning to vote?
I was just talking to Clover about that. We're planning to both ally.
Yeah, I thought so.
Huh?
Listen to me, Sigma. Because Luna's not voting in this round. Her vote will default to ally. Her opponent is Dio and me. That means we're pretty much guaranteed to have 9 BP by the end of this round.
You and Dio are going to choose betray?
Luna's only got 1 BP left, but she's not wearing her bracelet anymore. You saw that, right? That means it won't do anything if her BP goes negative. Well, it's not like it can make her any deader anyway.
True.
You have to betray Clover. If you can get to 9 BP, and I'll take you with us.
Wait, you mean you're planning to escape?
Of course. If you don't come with us, you're gonna be stuck here for the rest of your life.
Why? If you just wait until everyone got 9
I can't
BP.
do that. You really think Dio's gonna stick around once he's got enough points to split? You gotta make a choice here. The number 9 door is only gonna open once. If you pick Ally and Clover does too, then you only have 8 points. I promise you Dio's gonna make a break for it as soon as he can.
Yes, and we're going to allow him to get away with it because the game says so.
If you want to have any chance of getting out, you need those 3 points. Now.
So if I want to get out, I have to betray Clover?
Right.
Why are you telling me this? How do I know you didn't just tell Clover the same thing?
Talk to Clover? I'd have about as much luck talking to a potato right now. The truth is, I want you to come with me.
Why?
I just know that you're important, somehow.
You just know, huh? Did you tell Kay? He's got 6 points right now too, you know.
No, I haven't talked to him. He's playing against Tenmyoji. Tenmyoji's only got 1 point left.
So if he chooses Ally, he's gonna get penalized.
Exactly.
1 minute remains.
It's almost time. Remember what I said. You have to choose betray.
She looked at me in the eye until I nodded and then turned back to her door. Dun 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 dun. The Ambidex game will now begin. Is Clover really gonna choose Ally? If she does, then then all I have to do is choose Betray, and I'm out of here. No, I promised to choose Ally, so that's what I'm going to do. Dio's almost certainly going to have 9 BP after this round. If he gets out, I'm going to be stuck here forever.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game holding closes. 9, 8, 7.
Damn it. What the hell am I supposed to do?
3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Oh, and this one I never went back to figure out what happens in the Allied path. The door ground open. The door ground open, and I stepped out. All around me, other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants.
Wait! Dio!
Fai's voice echoed hollowly across the room. I followed her eye to the number 9 door. And to Dio. Dio, no. I shook my head. I had to get to that door.
What are you doing, Dio?
No, he's going to try and open it.
Damn right I am.
But the results!
Like I need to wait for that.
Oh, Dio's BP was at 6. His opponent was Luna. And she is... well, she is as she is. Her vote would have defaulted to Ally.
All he had to do was pick Betray.
And he'd have 9 points, right?
Excellent answer. I hope you remember to show your work.
But Fi was Dio's partner.
And her BP was the same as Dio's. That means she has 9 now as well.
Exactly. It was 9 the moment we stepped out of the AB room.
Why? Why didn't you stop Dio from choosing Betray?
You got the wrong idea, old man. This wasn't just my decision. We both decided to vote this way.
Is that true?
Yeah, I didn't have a choice.
You didn't? Because of you, Luna's BP is -1.
So, what? She's gonna die again?
That is true.
Zero can pop all the poison he wants in her. It's not gonna make a difference now. Besides, her bracelet's already fallen off.
You...
Then why did you try and stop Dio, Fi? I believe I heard you cry out, wait, Is he headed toward the number 9 door?
Are you planning to wait for the rest of us? Did you just want to get your BP up to 9 to reduce your own risk?
Sorry, but no. The only reason I stopped Dio is because I needed to know what someone else voted.
Someone else?
But that would be...
Results from
Round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
That one's betray ally. This one I believe is ally ally betray ally.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
That... No. You betrayed me, Sigma. Why?
What other choice did I
To
have?
keep your promise, you jerk! You liar! You're a coward! You don't care about anybody but yourself! All you wanted was to get out of here! You're horrible! I hate you!
I never liked you, Clover, so... Wait a minute. Just listen to me for a second. Whatever I did, Dio and Fi were going to get 9 BP. The door would have been open whether I had 9 points or not.
All that means is that you picked betray because you didn't want to get left behind.
No, that's not it. How could we know if they were going to get out once they escaped? Would get help. I can trust Fi, but Dio is different. I didn't know what Dio might do to Fi after they went through the door. What if he turned out to be Zero Senior? Sigma seems to get the most hate when he chooses evil compared to the others. Sigma pretty much is just a punching bag. It's ironic too it's funny when you realize exactly why. There's only so Tenmyoji's ending is actually a very special way of foreshadowing. Oh Jesus! Not how the nose works. Beyond that, you have 2 endings where he can actually escape. Because no one just likes Sigma leaving. The only time where it is acceptable for him to escape is now, because he's going to escape. And in the complete final ending, in the true ending, he escapes. Because everyone's fine with them escaping.
Is that it? Is that your excuse?
So I figured that if they were going to escape anyway, I should go with them and make sure they...
Liar! Liar! You're just like Dio! You're a coward! Whatever. Just fine. I'm stupid to trust you.
Clover, I heard a clang and turned. Now we finally get to see what the outside looks like.
Sorry, I went ahead and opened it. Gonna have plenty of time to watch soaps on the outside, so I didn't feel like I needed to stick around and see how this little drama played out.
Yeah.
Dio!
Dio!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? Why so serious? This really isn't the time for hesitation. You both crossed the line you weren't supposed to cross. You betrayed your friends. Am I right? I'm right. But you didn't have a choice, did you? You had to survive. Isn't that the way Animal thinks, though? Don't get me wrong. I see the logic, but it's kind of animal logic.
Says the person who uses that very logic anyway.
Still, you made your bed. Now you gotta lie in it. You're gonna be an animal? Be an animal. Own it.
Okay.
The losers, the weak, throw them away. That's how nature works, my friends. That's life at its most pure. You get me? Now come on, hurry up and...
The door was opening the entire time. Apparently they think he's like shouting at super speed.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Well, stay if you want. No skin off my back. Anyway, I'm out. Peace!
Wait! God damn it, Dio!
Tenmyoji left forward. Dio faked left and then dashed right, slipping around Tenmyoji through the door.
3, 2, 1, 0. The number 9 door is closing.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go, Sigma.
But
Shut up. Just do it.
I looked at her slightly confused. But before I could respond, her hand closed around my arm like a vice. She hauled me bodily through the open door.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation.
Sigma! 5! Dio! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
Tenmyoji's voice was muffled by the thick steel, but I could still hear his desperation and anger. I tried to ignore it. Going up. Going up. Please enjoy. Thank you for your stay. Please leave.
Alrighty then. Here we are.
Is that a hallway?
Only one way to find out.
Just as I had guessed, on the other side of the door was a wide hallway. Unfortunately, it seemed to stop in a dead end. It only took a second to find a familiar-looking door on the left side of the hallway. We opened it and stepped inside. Oh, hello again, pressure exchange chamber. I thought we escaped. Oh.
This must be the prep room.
I think I searched this place with Dio and Luna.
Well, this is probably just another one that looks like it. You really think you would have been able to get something on the other side of the number 9 door?
Hold up. You know about the one on floor B2?
Yeah, I visited it with Tenmyoji when we were looking for Quark.
So you know that the pressure in here is a lot higher than the pressure outside?
What?
Oh, you didn't...
What are you talking about?
Didn't I just say what I'm talking about? The air inside this facility is kept at a higher pressure than the air outside. Apparently, they're doing it to keep the virus from getting in. If you're leaving, you have to lower the pressure until it matches what's outside.
Okay.
This room is where you prepare for all of that. See those suits over on the wall? They keep you from getting infected once you're outside. You have to put one on before you can go into the pressure exchange chamber downstairs.
Alright. How do you know all that?
Luna told me.
Really? Wait, why did Luna know all that?
Apparently, it was all in a manual she found in a room we searched.
And it's true. It's right there in the room. Whoa, wait, go back. You said there's some kind of mysterious virus out there?
Well, I wouldn't say it's mysterious. I think it's that Radical 6 thing Alice was talking about. Don't quote me on that, though.
That sounds bad.
Well, we've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's get those suits on and head outside.
No argument here. Let's do it.
We climbed into the protective suit in silence, then headed down to the pressure exchange chamber. With a silent hum, the process began. I could hear the soft hiss of air leaving, even through my helmet. There was nothing to do until it finished. But wait. Then, out of nowhere, Dio spoke up.
Never thought I'd succeed so easily.
It took me a moment to realize his voice was coming from the speaker in my helmet. Apparently, the radio was designed to activate automatically. You mean getting out of here?
You're thinking too small. I guess I can tell you who I really am.
What?
You see, the thing is, I'm a hero.
After how much of a donkey you've been, and pretty hard to see it. I mean, to some people you are, but to us, no.
I was sent here from far away to save mankind.
Excuse me?
What? Too surprised to speak?
Dio, I think you should calm down a bit.
We're all excited to be getting out of here, but...
Oh, never mind. You're clearly too small-minded to understand.
Clearly we can't comprehend the giant brain that's inside this guy. We were still going back and forth when the silent hiss of air escaping slowed and stopped. A door at the end of the room slowly grounded open. We walked through to find ourselves in a nearly identical room. After 2 more decompressions, the last door finally opened. What? Huh? What happened out here? Oh look, there's the moon. Must be lunar eclipse time. Oh. Huh. I stepped outside and gasped. A dark landscape like none I'd ever seen lay spread out before me. I couldn't help but stare. What the hell?
Looks like a desert.
I can see that. The question is, which desert?
I don't know. I can't tell you what day it is, though.
Huh?
Look, the moon's red. See? This must be a total lunar eclipse.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in the lounge.
During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere.
God, I love this theme as well. It's just so eerie.
But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. Do you remember when the next total lunar eclipse was going to happen?
New Year's Eve? Yeah, December 31st this year, so New Year's Eve. That's what the magazine said, at least.
Well, there you go.
So today is December 31st. Wait, shit. If I got grabbed Christmas morning, then that means I've been here 6 days?
Looks like it. We should get to the nearest town.
Okay, and where would that be?
It has to be one around somewhere. Even the deserts have some towns. Whether they're in the Mojave, Sahara, or Gobi. It's not what I'm worried about, though.
What are you worried about?
Forget it. Doesn't matter right now.
Oh, come on. Tell me. I'm curious now. Impossible as it might seem, I could have sworn I heard her frown.
I'm worried about whether or not there are any survivors. If Alice was right about the virus.
Are you saying humankind might be extinct? What the hell? No way. That's impossible. A whole species just can't die out in 6 days. That's...
I hope it's not the case, of course, but there's the possibility. Whatever. We should get moving. There's still 4 people stuck in there, including Quark.
Yep. Because 2 of them are dead. So 9 minus 2 minus 3 is 4.
We need to find help and come back for them.
Alright. Okay. I turn to take a step. There was a rough crackle over the radio and the sound of someone falling. I turned back to see Fi on the ground. Hey, are you alright? What happened? I ran over to help lift her back up. She fumbled for a second, then clambered to her feet.
Where are we?
Her voice was low and rough. Huh?
I see. This
Timeline. She didn't respond. I was about to begin a more irate line of questioning when she suddenly grabbed me by the shoulder.
Hey, where's Dio?
Dio? Oh yeah, I haven't seen him since we got out. I'm sure he was with us when we left.
Shit. We need to split up and find him.
Why?
Because he needs to tell me something. Why are you asking me this?
What?
Don't tell me you forgot. Wait. Maybe not. He must not have made this jump.
She wasn't making any sense.
Look, forget about that. Just find Dio. I'm going over to that hill. So you take the other direction.
Okay. She had already taken off without waiting for my answer. I watched her for a few moments, confused, before turning and heading off to look for Dio myself. Damn. Don't see him anywhere. Where the hell did that guy go? I was looking around, trying to decide where to go when I heard them. The signal must have degraded, but I could still make out a few words.
What the hell are you doing? It's Dio.
Their voices were cutting in and out, but I heard that last word clear as day. Dio. Sounded like Phi had found him. I spun around and took off in their direction.
Is that a transmitter?
Transmitter?
Phone home, huh? Bet freaking soul's anxious for you.
Hell, you know.
What?
I know everything about you. How you from the Myrmidons.
The transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
Never mind that. I need to ask you something. What's the password for the number 0?
Number 0?
The hell are you, man?
I'm no man.
How the hell can you crack jokes right now?
You haven't given me my answer. What's the deactivation code? Hey, what are you... Stop!
What's going on? Shit, that didn't sound good. I sped up and quickly crested the hill in front of me. There they were. Stop! I went down the hill as fast as I could, half running, half sliding. With the suit on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. I clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure slammed against lay on the ground next to the other one. I moved over to peer through the visor. Dio. His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. My tackle must have knocked him out.
Thanks. That was a close one.
No sweat. What's that transmitter you were talking about?
You heard, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's right over there. See that briefcase-looking thing?
Yes?
He was trying to use that to get in touch with somebody.
Where the hell did he get it?
Probably had it hidden somewhere.
Wait, hidden? Are you saying Dio's been here before?
Yeah, probably. My guess is he came here, hit the transmitter, and then snuck into the building.
Snuck in? And I wasn't quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There was a screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked like, well, like nothing. What the heck is this? Seven heptillion, 815 hextillion, 361 pentillion, 98 quintillion, 838 trillion, 94 billion, 241 million, 990,551? Is that some kind of phone number? Why is a phone number that large? That's 25 digits.
No, it's too long for that. It's 25 digits.
What is it
Don't
then?
know. I assume it's some kind of code, but I don't see a key to decode it with.
I heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. It took me a moment to realize it was a voice. Dio's voice. What's so funny?
Sorry. You guys just had it so fucking backwards I can nail myself. You can't find the key to decode it? Well, no shit. The key's right in front of your face.
What?
That's the key. The message is somewhere else. You need those 25 numbers to decode it.
None of what he said made any sense to me. Dio, what's going on here? Who were you trying to call with this thing?
What, you don't know? At least one of you is appropriately ignorant. Fine, whatever. Might as well tell you. I don't really have any reason to hide my identity now that my mission's a success. Besides, she'll probably tell you if I don't. Might as well hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Dio shifted to put his hand behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons. You've probably never heard of it, but there might be a few people out there who've heard of Free the Soul. If you haven't, well, it's a sacred religion order with over 1 million true believers. The Myrmidons are the hand of Free the Soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world Free the Soul promises. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Then again, from their point of view, I suppose we might be. We're trying to tear down the corrupt world they've built after all. But when the sun dawns for the first time on our new world, we will be hailed as saints, holy messengers who've cleaned the filth from the dying planet. Well, only a handful of people will really become saints. Not even all of the Myrmidons will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised with the teachings of Free the Soul from birth. Then you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. Returning from this mission would secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who found our order many years ago. His teachings are too profound for ordinary people to understand, but you could say that the core idea of his doctrine are to separate oneself from the worldliness, to destroy greed, and to divorce the soul from the body, to cleanse it. Is that the Facebook logo with 2 dots? I don't think so. Those who follow his teachings with discipline and devotion will be reborn as a new form of human. Only this new species will be able to live in equality in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Left. They say Brother had a special power and that he was able to touch the thought of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a cursory investigation and quickly ruled his death a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually, he received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupt by greed. They had to be purified, and a new world order created. God had given Brother his mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth. And at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning so that he could create new specimens he'd foretold. He invited to assist him a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States. And a year later, the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation. Our DNA comes from Left, brother's younger brother. That means that we all share a face. We all are given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird, but individuality seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race or even individuality. With cloning, you don't even need different genders. How could you get more equal than that? Still, there's a little random deviation, and other factors can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, so I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. In all my life, I've only ever once been punished for breaking our laws. It had to do with women. I had come in contact with someone unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even if I was punished harshly and purified my soul, my dishonor remained. I wanted to prove my loyalty to Brother, so I was determined to succeed on this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation of Brother's new world. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is.
Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master, my sacred mission is at last complete. With these 2 hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
His voice had taken on an almost reverent tone, and as he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd signal over his chest. Phi shoved his hands away.
I don't care about your goddamn mission. You did this to us. Now we're going to...
She grabbed the rock he'd held over her only minutes ago and lifted it over her head. Phi, what are you...
Shut up! You still haven't answered my question. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the password for the number 0 bomb?
Bomb?
God damn it! Didn't I tell you to shut up? Now, tell me.
Bomb? There's bombs?
What's the password?
She swung the rock down towards Dio's head.
Wait! Okay. Fine. It's not gonna do you any good, though. I completed my mission. What are you gonna do with the password at this point?
Not your problem. Just give it to me. Otherwise...
Fine. No skin off my back. The password for the 0 bomb is LXAQNSGDQ.
We have LXA, QNS, GDQ, Phi tossed the rock off to the side.
You heard that, right, Sigma?
Huh?
The password. I'm going to try my best to remember it, but I won't know if I manage to until after I make the jump. There's a chance I won't remember anything, so you need to memorize it. Just in case. Got it?
I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. With that in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them. LXA QNS GDQ. LAX LXA QNS GDQ. LXA QNS GDQ.
Okay, we're done with you. Let's go.
Go where?
Not sure, but I think he does. Get up.
Vi grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm away perpetually and began to walk. Is there a city near here?
Yeah. Not really a city, I guess. More like a shelter. Some people who survived the disaster live there.
Disaster? What
Just
disaster?
shut up and follow me. You can see for yourself.
I looked up. It must have been a clear night because there were more stars than I've ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. And in the middle of that field of stars shone the full moon, a giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Is it the moon? Dio and there's our fourth ending. You know what branch I think's been missing a lot? Let's go and give that last branch some love. Okay, fine, I will. I'm thinking I'd go with Alice and take the cyan door. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
That means Quark and I are getting paired with Luna.
I don't have a problem with that. Miss Luna's nice.
That's fine with me, too. We'll take the yellow door then, right?
That means Clover and I will take the purple door with Tenmyoji.
Aw, I wanted to go with Alice.
Something wrong with me?
Well, no, not wrong.
Okay, what is it then?
Well, you're really gonna make me say it? You're old.
What? Well, I'll have you know, I'm as spry as I was when I was 20.
10 seconds remain until
chromatic doors.
close. 9, 8, 7.
You're getting an earful later, young lady.
Yeah, whatever.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Right into the crew quarters. We've been having some interesting incidents with here. Is this just a hallway?
The door said crew quarters. People probably stay here.
I mean, it's definitely crew quarters when you have 4 rooms.
There are numbers on each of the doors.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So they're room 1, room 2, room 3, etc.
Looks like room 3 has some handcuffs. I guess we might as well start by opening one of them. Hello, Mr. Schroding's cat.
Looks like we were right. This place really says someone lives here.
Yeah, there's a bed and everything.
Yep, but who would be spending the night in a place like this?
It looks too plain to be a guest room. This room probably belonged to a laborer or some kind of blue-collar worker. I guess this is where the people who worked here stayed.
But what were they working on?
Beats me. Why would I know that anyway? I don't know what this place is any more than you do. Your guess is as good as mine.
Do you think it might be a coal mine?
Could be.
Or maybe they're drilling for oil or something.
I don't know about that.
What do you think this hall leads to?
You want to go have a look?
Yeah. No luck. Looks like it's locked.
No getting out of the hallway until we can unlock it then, I guess.
Looks that way.
Alright. Let's split up and have a look at these cabins. Zero told us that there are key cards we can use to open the AB rooms. Maybe there's one hidden in here somewhere. So let's get started. With a nod, Fi and Alice both moved off to start looking. Fi headed to room 3. Fi headed to room 4. She couldn't go to 3, it's locked. Alice went to room 2. Of course she went to room 2. Of course. Symbolism. Seek a way out. Theme 1-5 cabin. Let's see, it's been about... That was actually one of the shortest endings. I think I can get through the crew quarters today. So once I'm done with the crew quarters, we'll be calling it the stream. So here's our safe in question. This one was a bit funky, I remember that much. Pull that down. There's Schrodinger's cat. How do I pronounce that? It's called Schrodinger's. It's actually Schrodinger, and the apostrophe S just adds the S sound to it. This room, or this group of rooms rather, reminds me of the first puzzle behind door 2 in the first game. Let's pick that up. Let's fold that down. Let's leave here. go into the fourth room. Let's pull this down. So there's our key. And then there's this picture right here. That is scary on multiple accounts. Well, let's quickly go and deal with the third room. And now we can go into the third room all we want. Box cutter. That's a very good question. I'm just trying to see, because I'm trying to remember where the box cutter was, because I know that what's the box cutter for again? Because I thought you had to use the box cutter there. Let me go back into the first room. There's Schrodinger's cat. Oh, hello, Alice. Agricola 92. I don't know if that's an official symbol, but so that's what took me so long to figure out when I first played it, was the 2 and the 9, or was to figure out the 2 and 4. All right. Let's see here. Maybe we can go and do something in this room. Clearly we need to stab this person in the head. Go away, you stupid game notification. That could just mean just about anything. Is there anything in here? Okay, well, time to go back to the room 1. Welcome to the room where I fumble around until something eventually happens. Weird. Alright, so the 1 does nothing. We can't do 2 in this. Actually, we have 2, 5, 9, 2. There you go. So, you're supposed to, I don't remember how you find that out. But you probably saw me slowly figure, I tried something. You probably noticed when I did, this. That's a signal of what's supposed to happen in game. Pick up the pen. What's the pen for? Oh. clearly that did not work. Nothing. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just throwing random things in. But yeah, it's actually gonna reflect up here, and that's how you find it. I need to figure out what this pin is for. I think it's for one of these. No, that one's locked. But yeah, especially when it's digital, so you know that it can only be in, since the lines can only be in one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different places. I need to figure out where this pen goes. I think Sigma probably said it and I just wasn't paying attention. Nope, that one was just opened. A large roll of aluminum foil. Combined with that. Combined with that. Combined with that. Oh wait, we're not done. Voila! And there goes that. So now you slide these sheets in here. Locker. Gee, I wonder what one goes here. I tried that game. Apparently the game didn't register properly. I hate when you have to click on something to investigate it and then click on it again just to access it, even though you already had it. I believe I can trash that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 8, 9. I believe we want to go over to Let's not go to Alice's room just yet. Let's go back to 4. That does not look right. Clearly I put the wrong one in. So that's going to be 3, 4, 7? That one's 2. Yeah, that's just a 7. Okay. 3, 4, 7, 2. So we have 3, 4, 7, 2. And here we got something. A quarter, I think. Oh no, it's not real. That's right. Oop. Alright, so I'm going to quickly throw this away. I'm going to quickly do a makeshift body. That has the 1. I believe we can scratch this off for... Oh, right. We have a 1 and a circle. Here we have this. Which, if you know anything, it's likely upside down. Can I scratch anything else up here? I can. I can scratch this off. This should give a number somewhere. Where's the number? I'm noticing a distinct lack of a number. Okay, whatever. Let's move down. Okay, so... Oh, right here we have the 8. Here we have an 8 inside a diamond. And ooh. Well, I figured out the puzzle. Dun, dun, Alright, well, let's just ignore the rest of that scene and just get going. I believe we can go to this one now, because this is the one that had the shapes. So here we have a 1, a 9, an 8, and a 6. So 1986. Is there anything special about that year? I don't know. We have 1986. Oh, we're not done yet. I believe what I should do is grab the last piece of aluminum. And put it in here. Keep 1986 up here and transform this into 4985. 4985. Come on, let me go. 4985. Do 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 do. Piece of cake. Here's our cassette tape, which allows us to go over here. We have to go into room 3 because that's where the cassette tape's gonna go. That we had so 2, what was it, 2592. What? I put the cassette tape in. Two, 5, 9, 2. Why isn't it going? Put the freaking phone down, Sigma. Alright. Okay, game. Whatever you say. Virtues. Last reward, not the recreation room. We are now in the crew quarters. I have no idea why it's being so stubborn right now. Get the secret file password. Use the middle pin locker one, then type in. Oh, okay. 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 So I can't do anything because I don't have the pen anymore. Whatever. I'm not gonna waste my time then if the game's gonna be like this. I'll just come back and redo this puzzle for it. Oh boy. Well, at least I can just say I can get this finally done. Stop with the stupid cat book. I'm not interested in game. Alright, there's our main password. You should go and get the other Sigma. We have a map from floor A. Check out this note. Alright, let's keep going. So we have a key to get out. Schrodinger's. Not Schrodinger's. Let's get going. You found it. And with that, oh, jeez, I'm stretching. And with that, I'll be ending it here. We got one ending complete. We got another room. We're heading on to our second ending thing. So we are doing pretty well. Next time we should be able to get another ending thing. We should be able to start kicking these endings in the butt. Finally. As long as I can maintain about 3 to 4 hours worth of streams. But for now, that will be it. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.